Hey y'all, I think this might be part 15 or 20. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at my list. But anyway, these are my favorite things to put in a journal. See this? See the door? This is a secret door because when you enter, wait, is this one done? Oh no. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, see, it's a secret. And you can put whatever you want inside of here that you want to keep a secret forever and ever, all of your life. If any of you have already bought a journal, please do not watch this video with your family members in the room. Anyway, because even after you die, it's still going to be in here and no one will know. I put this card in here so that the people who get it in their journals, because I don't tell them it's in their journals, they just hopefully will one day find it. And if you've bought one of my journals, go look for something that looks like this, because it's a place where you can hide money from everybody, you can hide secrets, and nobody will ever know, because look, it just looks like a journaling card. The only thing you really need in this is a laminator. I got my laminator for like $22 at Walmart like 10 years ago, but it might be $30 now. I don't know. And then the paper that comes with the laminator, you need that. I don't think you could do this with glue, but maybe you could try. But anyway, here's some that I have in my stash. And then I made more today, and I'm about to make another one. I'm going to show you how. I got a 8x8 square paper pad. This one is called Monomore from Graphics 45. They have them on clearance sale. They've been on clearance sale for a long, long time. And so I have a lot of packs of these because every time I order something from Graphics 45, I throw these in. That's the other side. And so first, and you really could just use one-sided cardstock because you're not ever going to see the other side. But anyway, so you're going to decide which side you want to be on the outside and then fold it in half. Like you might want that side, you might want that side. So you're going to fold it exactly in half. I hope y'all are doing good today. And then crease it a bunch because you want it to be as flat as you can get it. And then make sure the edges are even. And I see that this edge is not even because you don't want that edge to show through and make someone suspicious. Because this is just going to look like a journaling card. And that's very important. So once you get it flat, you're going to corner it. Oh, my corner is hard on double cardstock. Yeah, I'm just not thinking clearly today. I'm in a fog. I slept so hard last night that my sheets came out from under me and were on the floor. I have no idea. I have no idea what went on last night while I was sleeping. And I'm a very light sleeper. But somebody gave me, because I haven't slept in so many nights, somebody gave me a sleeping pill. And I just took a little bite off of it. But I never take anything like that. Like I never take sleeping pills or anything. I just take my bipolar meds. But I took the sleeping pill, and oh my gosh, I slept like a rock. And that was just an amazing sleep. But I don't know what happened today. I'm like in a daze. But anyway, I probably shouldn't be talking about stuff like that, but can't help it. So here's another one. And I put a sticker on it. So you could put anything flat on the front, like in the other ones, how I stamped this door. And this time I decided to go with flowers because the paper is called Mon Amour. And I thought, oh, how cute for that to be the name of a lovely packet. Remember, you can get it on clearance sale at Graphics 45. Oh, this sticker wouldn't stick, so I held it on with a little tiny piece of tape. Anyway, so after you get it cornered, folded, and distressed, then the next step you're going to do, very simple, put it in your laminator. And my laminator's on, and you can fit 3 of them in a piece. So if you're going to feel like you make more journals, then you can fit 3 of them. So you want to put 2 way, way, way on the edge of your laminator sheet, like where it folds at. Because if you've never used a laminator, and those of you who work in schools are lucky, y'all can just go slip it in there. Push them all the way to the edge because the paper folds, and then you won't have to cut that part. It's already at the edge. And then you put one at this edge. Make sure they are so even. And then one at this edge, and then another one can fit at the bottom, but you want to leave a space between them and make sure it's very even. Now my laminator's still on for making, oh, I moved it. That's the hard part, doing it without moving it. And then I'm going to stick it in the laminator while it's perfect. Okay, there it goes. Laminating. Takes probably about 1 minute for it to do a sheet. And you want to hold the bottom of it while it's going through. There. And I have one already laminated that I'll show you. And then you can just cut it out. Let me just cut one out. And then you're going to go through the middle line very carefully because you have to leave an edge on that every single piece. Because if you don't leave the edge of the white or the clear, then it's just going to open, and you don't want it to open. So then I'm going to cut it and then round the corners, because you know how I am about rounded corners. I like my rounded corners. And then usually what I do after that is just run it through the laminator again by itself. So there it goes, and there's the ones that we just laminated. But I have one here that's already laminated and done. And I'm going to show you how to make the secret pocket out of it. Decide which side you want to use, which you want to be up or down. I like this side, so I want this one to be up. Okay, now you're going to find a part at the top about this big, about maybe between 1/4 and 1/3 of it. You're just going to cut it straight across. These things are very, very, very simple to make. Okay, now, what is this? Oh, I already have one cut. Look at this Mon Amour paper. It's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. I have a wedding coming up, possibly sometime soon in the next year. So I'm going to make an entire journal out of this paper. They have the 12 by 12 sheets. They have the chipboard. They have the stickers. Everything that goes with this. And it's all about love. So for that wedding, I believe I'm going to make a journal out of all of this. But anyway, so I've already trimmed the edges, so it's very well closed. And then I ran it through again, through the laminator again, after I cut it out and it was all ready. And so then I have it like this. And then the last step, I mean, these are so easy, y'all. Put a little bit of glue on the, about like 1/8 of an inch from the edge. Oh man, I put too much glue on that part. And then after you put your glue on the top piece, not the bottom piece, but the top piece, you're going to find a piece of ribbon, a kind of a wide piece of ribbon or lace that's not see-through. And then you're going to cut it to match it perfectly. You want it to perfectly match the side. You don't want anything to be off on this, because if it is, then somebody's going to get suspicious and look at it. So then you're going to glue this down like that. So, and you can trim the edges if it's too long. If it doesn't fit well, you just want to make it perfectly fit. Oh. And so now you have your top piece that perfectly matches your bottom piece. And then that's when you're going to get just a little piece of cardstock. I can't show you on that one because it's very wet and the lace will move. I can't touch it for like a day. And then so tomorrow I'll find little pieces of cardstock like this and stick one in the bottom. This one had lace pointing up, so I glued it to the bottom. You can glue it to the bottom or glue it to the top, but you want it to cover that cut where you cut that piece off. And then open your other piece and stick it in. And then just stick it in a pocket in your journal, like all nonchalantly like. Be sure and look in journals if you've ever bought one from me, because I guarantee you there's one of these in there. I've put them in every journal I've ever made. And then you have this, a very secret pocket. And it'll be secret forever and ever and ever. This one I used white cardstock on. So the back, for some reason, oh, it's kind of a light lavender. And then the front is purpley. Oh, look, it's got those little specks of blue, but it's got this secret door on it. Kind of my joke to the world. But anyway, so there you go. That's how you make your secret pocket. Very quick and easy. If you have a laminator, there's so many things that you can do with laminators, guys, like make bookmarks. Let me show you bookmarks I've made. You just get a double-sided piece of cardstock. Like, isn't that pretty, that double-sided? And then you just cut it out like a tag round the corners. I did not distress this. It would have looked so much better if I had, but I didn't. And then just tie your little ribbon or glue your little ribbon at the top. And I stuck a little flower at the top of all of them. And then when you stick it in a pocket, it just has like this thing sticking out of the top, and these stick out of the top of the journal. And it looks very, very cute in journals. I make a lot of these for journals. There's quite a few things you can make with your laminator. I'll show you some more later on in this series. Thank you guys so much. Remember to like, share, comment. And everybody who shares, I'm going to let them choose of any journal I have. And I'm going to put more journals up on my Etsy shop, so you'll be able to look through those too. Good luck. I hope you win.